be showing you what I packed in my hospital bag. I'm due in 6 weeks, so I know it might be a little early for some of you for me to already have my bags packed, but I just like to be prepared. So this is what my bag looks like. It's nothing fancy. It actually has like a Paris, like the Eiffel Tower right here. But it's not a fancy bag at all, and I packed it to the brim. But yeah, I like this bag just because it kind of looks nice, but also it's pretty roomy for the most part. So this is just for me. There's no like baby stuff or whatever. This is just all the stuff that I will be using. So just before I start with my first birth, I packed a lot of stuff to the hospital. Like a lot of people were like, you're never going to use all this stuff. And let me just tell you, I used absolutely every single thing that I packed. So this time around, I'm making sure that I'm well packed, and now I know what to expect as well. So, okay, I'm gonna start with the beauty bag. So in this bag, I just have all of my beauty stuff that I'm going to need. So the first thing that I have in here, I lied. I have a couple little baby things. I put some of my husband's stuff that he's going to need and some of the baby things in here as well, just because this bag is nice. But okay, to start, I have my baby's perfume that I will be bringing. This is by Bulgari. It smells incredible, and yeah, I'm going to be putting that on my baby for sure. I don't put it on the baby, I put it on her clothes. I also have the baby's hair brush and comb. My first son was born with like a huge amount of hair. Like they did a mohawk on day 1. So after his bath, his hair was soft and everything, and the nurse did a mohawk. So I'm definitely bringing this again because we will use it for sure. I think that was it in terms of baby. So for me, I'm actually bringing my Lancino nipple cream. I liked this stuff a lot when I was nursing the first time around. Another thing that I do like is coconut oil. I don't have any in here, but I will be putting some in a little Ziploc bag. But definitely have my nipple cream with me. I have my toothbrush, and like a new one, and my husband's toothbrush in here, and a little like a little pack. It's like a small size of toothpaste for like carry-ons and stuff. So obviously, so we can brush our teeth while we're there. Oh, sticker on my finger. I have a razor, and I put like a new head on it just in case, like, you don't know when you're gonna go into labor, and I personally like hate having like hairy legs and stuff, and or like hairy armpits or anything. So if I don't know when I'm going to go into labor, so I don't know if I'm going to have time to like wax beforehand or something, so I like to make sure I have this. I never ever shave. I've shaved once in my life, and I've waxed every other time. But when it's an emergency, it's good to have one of these. Now the rest is pretty much makeup. So I'm bringing my, what do you call it? My bronzer. After I gave birth to my first son, my face was like pale. Obviously, you know, I was pushing for 2 hours, you're exhausted, so you need a little bit of color. So I really loved having some bronzer. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, why are you putting on makeup after you give birth? But it really just makes me feel so much better. It makes me feel like myself, and I just feel like prettier. When we have a ton of visitors coming to see us, I'm like, I'd rather look like I have some color to my face. So I have my beauty brushes. I have my bronzer one, so it's like the angled, and it's a little bit thinner. I'm bringing a big fluffy blush brush, and with that I have my one of my favorite blushes by MAC. It's called Gingerly. I like this one for the winter because it's not so pink. So I really do like this one a lot, and it adds just a perfect amount of color to your face without looking like you're actually wearing makeup. So that's really good. I have a little mini perfume that I'm bringing. It's Ed Hardy. I don't actually really like the scent too much, but I liked the size of it, so I'm just bringing it along, and I'm gonna just use like a teeny little drop if I need it. I don't know if I'm gonna use this. I didn't use it the first time around, like my first labor, but I am bringing my Stila CC cream in case I feel like my face needs a little something. I don't know if I'll actually end up using it, but I have it just in case. I'm also bringing concealer, which I know I will need. I used this the first time around, and I had huge bags under my eyes because you're not getting any sleep, you're exhausted. So bringing this concealer, it's also by Stila. And I have this MAC lip gloss that I'm obsessed with, and it's called Cultured A22, and it's just so pretty. It looks like just a slightly pink, so it just adds some nice color to your lips. I'm bringing this cream shadow by Smashbox. It's Topaz. It's perfect to put on your lids because it's like a nude color, so you don't really look like you're wearing anything, but it just adds a little bit of shimmer and just makes you look like put together. So, and it takes 5 seconds because you put it on with your finger, so I love it. And then obviously with that, I'm bringing a mascara by Smashbox. I have my eyeliner by L'Oreal. And I have this sample pack of Dior lipsticks. Oh, just lost the brush. Sorry. I have a sample pack of lipstick by Dior, and I'm gonna bring it just in case I want a little something different on my lips instead of having, like I said, just like this typical MAC one that I use. But yeah, just in case, you know, I just thought I'd have it on hand. And I also am obviously bringing tweezers. I liked to do my eyebrows while I was there because when I actually went into labor with my first son, John, I was supposed to get my eyebrows waxed that day. I had booked an appointment and everything because I knew I was going late. So I was like, I'm just gonna go get my eyebrows done, and then that's the day they called me to get induced. So I had this so I could tweeze. I also have a hair elastic for while I'm in labor, and I have a bunch of bobby pins. So that pretty much covers what's in my beauty bag, in this little bag here. So now in terms of like what I packed clothes-wise and stuff, the first thing that's at the top is my Belly Bandit. Don't know if you guys heard of these. I've done a review on it on my channel. You can check it out. These are amazing to help your uterus contract. It supports your back and all that kind of stuff after labor. It's also great for, the biggest thing it does is shrink your waist much quicker after labor so you don't look as pregnant. It's just super comfortable. I really, really loved this with my first. So I'm definitely using it again, and I put it on after day 1. So I was in the hospital for 1 day, then the next day I started wearing it. The next thing that I have is brand new. I haven't even used it yet. Just bought it. Is a nursing bra. Obviously, I'll need one of those. I got it from Time Maternity. It's just a nude, but I'm bringing this one because it's like super comfortable. And yeah, I really love it. So I'm excited to wear it. And I like the nude because it doesn't matter what top I'm wearing, you can't see through it. I'm bringing a nursing tank top, just a plain black nursing tank top, and it's good for, you know, like if you're still like have the pregnancy belly because it has the ruching on the sides. I'm bringing this. I use this again with my first because I felt more comfortable in my own clothes. I liked wearing a tank top. Then it was so easy to just go ahead and nurse because it was a nursing top. So definitely have that. I'm bringing 2 pairs of socks. One's like Christmassy, and then the other one is just like super fluffy. I wore these in my first labor. They're just pink striped, but they're really warm and fuzzy. So my feet were cold, so it was nice having that. So I have a going home outfit, and it is nothing pretty. It is just stretchy and comfortable because that's what I'm going to be about. And so yeah, I'm just bringing some yoga pants. Just like normal yoga pants, and it has like a little pretty pink band. And with that, I'm bringing my workout shirt, which is, I love it because it has a little bit of like the ruching and stuff, so it's perfect for when you're pregnant or have a big belly after birth. But it's just this one. You've probably seen it in my pregnancy updates before. So it's just a long sleeve shirt because I am giving birth in a few weeks. It's going to be freezing. I need to have some warm stuff to go home in. I also am bringing a bandeau. It's just a plain white one. I used these a lot when I was nursing because they're comfortable, but they're so easy to nurse in depending like what kind of tops you're wearing and stuff. So yeah, I'm bringing one of these for sure. And I found it really comfortable because there's no like tight underwires or anything, you know, right after you give birth. I also have a hairbrush that I'm bringing, paddle brush or whatever they're called. And I'm bringing a whole stack of, what are they called? Nursing pads? I forgot, is that what they're called? Yeah, I think they're the nursing pads, just so, you know, if there's any leaking or anything, this takes care of it. Sorry, battery died again. I'm also bringing a huge stack of these postpartum pads. They're just like the really big like overnight pads, just so that like they're really thick and long so that you don't have any like leaking or anything. I like the ones like at the hospital that you have, like the huge ones. I think that they're important like for like day 1 and 2 when you're like bleeding a ton, but then once you're ready to go home, you don't really want to use like one of those huge ones when you don't need it. So having some of like your own are amazing, and I went through them so much when I was like when I delivered my first time around. I also have a whole whack of granny panties. I have like a bunch more in there. They're just ugly underwear that are like comfortable, but they're like, I don't care if they get wrecked. I think they're from Target maybe. I also have this black silk robe. It just looks like this. It has a little bit of detailing on the sleeve. I don't know if you can see that here. And it's just super pretty and comfortable. I liked having like a pretty classy kind of robe instead of like a fat, like fluffy, you know, like pajama kind of one. Just because when people came to visit me, this is what I was wearing. Because I was nursing and doing skin to skin a lot and stuff like that, I didn't want to have like all these clothes on or a big robe that was going to be in the way. So I had this one that was so easy to just slide on and off, but it looked really pretty and I looked presentable when people came to see me. So it was really comfortable as well and just beautiful. So this is actually by the company Jessica. I think it's from Sears. It's just a beautiful, silky, pretty robe. So yeah, I'm definitely bringing that again this time around. And then I have a nursing, I guess, pajama gown thing. So it just looks like this, and I actually wore this in the hospital right after I gave birth, and they cleaned me up, and I went and showered, and I put this on right after my shower. It was so comfortable, although I did give birth like in this late spring, early summer, that it was much warmer. So I don't actually know if I'm gonna wear this. If I do, it'll probably just be like under the robe, but it's nursing. So it works out perfect, you know, for when I'm nursing. I also am bringing this journal. I didn't take the stickers off yet, that I just bought it from the dollar store. I'm bringing a journal that I can keep track of like my baby's feeding schedule, his pee and diapers, like his pee and poops, my medication. So when I was at the hospital the first time around, they gave you like Advil and Tylenol and stuff to help, you know, like with the pain and things like that. And you had to take it every 4 hours and like alternate and all this stuff. And I found it hard to just keep track. So what I did was I sent my husband down to the bookstore in the hospital because I didn't have a notepad. And I just used a notepad there, but they were so expensive. They were like, I think they charged like $17 or something for like a notepad half the size and like way less papers. So it was kind of like a rip-off, but I needed it and I ended up using it so much. Another thing that I liked keeping like track of was my baby's weight, the exact time he was born. That way I had all the information in here, and then when I got home I could transfer it to like his baby books and stuff like that. And I liked to keep track of the visitors that came and like what they brought as well, so I could send out thank you cards to the hospital. Sorry, not to the hospital. Thank you cards to everybody that came to see me at the hospital and brought a gift. So yeah, it just has like this little, what do you call it, like a little strap, and then it just opens up and it's just plain lined paper. But yeah, I definitely used it like for so many reasons, and so many reasons I can't even think of. When the lactation consultant was helping me breastfeed, I wrote the notes that she gave me in here and things like that, so I could take it home and all that stuff. So really it was like amazing. And then with it I just have a pen, and then I keep that in the inside pocket in there. I don't know if you can see that, it's just right in here. Also, I brought a rosary so I could do a little bit of praying at the hospital too. I liked having well, last time I actually didn't bring one with me. I ended up having to get one for my mom when she came, but I liked having a rosary just so I could just say a little bit of prayers, and you know, if things went well or if things are going bad, then I can just pray, and you know, I like having that. So I'm just checking to see if that was everything. Okay, so that was everything in the bag, but I do have a list of a couple little more things that I need to add closer to the date. So some of the things I need to add to my bag that I will be adding is shampoo and conditioner. I'm very specific. I like using the one that I have, like the big bottle that I have upstairs. That's the one that I use. That's the only one that pretty much works on my hair because I have like really like specific hair. So I don't want to pack it in here now because then I'm going to be taking it in and out as I shower for the next 6 weeks. So I will just throw it in my bag when I go into labor, and so I keep it on my list here, and it's in my bag so that I can quickly grab the list if I'm in labor, grab the stuff, and then leave. Other thing I will be bringing with me is like my laptop, so I can do some social media and all that kind of stuff. Cell phone charger, I obviously can't bring it now because I charge my phone now, but that will be something I will be grabbing. Snacks were a huge thing. I was so happy I brought snacks with me the first time around. We went through them so fast, especially my husband, because when you're in the hospital provides food for you when you're in labor, but they don't give anything to the husband, so he has to go out and buy his own food. So having those snacks kept him like energized and stuff to help me get through my labor. So it's a big thing. If you're thinking of what to pack, bring snacks. Another thing that I will be picking up closer to the date is chocolates for the nurses and midwives. I like to bring a box of chocolates and some flowers with me to the hospital, just as a little thank you, you know, for all their effort and time that they spent with me. We will be bringing the camera and our camera charger, and what else is on here? And my hair straightener is definitely coming with me because I like to straighten my hair after I shower. And my hand mirror will be coming with me as well. So that's what's on my list. That's all the kind of stuff I can't pack right now. That has to come, like, pack then. But obviously my wallet will be coming too with me. But yeah, so that's pretty much what I have in my hospital bag. That's what I packed, and this is exactly what I packed last time, and I used everything, I can promise you. So yeah, this is what the bag looks like. And yeah, that's about it. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them below. Thank you so much for watching this video. I will talk to you in my next one. Bye.